He pumped gas for 25 years, then swept floors at a department store. When he died, he left behind $8 million, and almost nobody saw it coming. His name was Ronald Reed. He spent his whole life in a small town in Vermont. He was the first in his family to finish high school. He hitchhiked there and back. After the war, he came home and took a job at a gas station. Years later, he became a janitor. To everyone who knew him, Ronald looked like a man of very modest means. He wore the same old coat, held together with a safety pin. He drove a second-hand car. He chopped his own firewood to stay warm. People who passed him in town assumed he was barely getting by. But Ronald had a quiet habit. Whenever he had a little money left over, he bought shares in companies he understood, household names that made things people use every day. And then he did the hardest thing of all, nothing. He never panicked. He held those shares for decades, through crashes, through recessions, through every reason to give up. He spread his money across dozens of companies, so no single failure could sink him. He reinvested every dividend, buying even more year after year. Slowly, invisibly, his small and steady investments compounded into a fortune. When Ronald Reed died in 2014 at 92, his family was stunned. The quiet janitor who fixed his coat with a safety pin was worth almost $8 million. He left most of it, around $6 million, to his local hospital and library. So how did a gas station attendant outperform people who earned 10 times what he did? He had no secret. He didn't get lucky on one big bet. He simply did 3 ordinary things for an extraordinarily long time. He spent far less than he earned. He invested the difference consistently, no matter how small, and he left it alone long enough for compounding to do its work. That last part is what almost no one manages. Most people earn more than Ronald ever did and end up with nothing because they spend everything, or they panic and sell at the worst moment, or they never start at all. His story isn't about being cheap, and it isn't about picking perfect stocks. It's about patience. The real force behind wealth was never a high salary or a clever trade. It's time plus consistency plus the discipline to do nothing while your money quietly grows. You don't need to be brilliant. You don't need to be rich to start. You just have to begin, keep going, and wait longer than everyone else is willing to. The janitor understood that, and it made him a millionaire many times over.